Hello, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to discuss about the international money market and capital market. Myself, Dr. Ravi Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Business Administration, University of London. So let's discuss about international capital market. What is capital market? Actually, this is a market where long-term securities are bought and sold. Means long-term means the security having the maturity period more than 1 year. So it is a the market where this kind of securities are traded, that is called capital market. This market can be categorized into two markets, basically debt and equity. What is the benefit of international capital market? First is higher return. So usually whenever we invest money in the capital market, we used to get high return in comparison to the other short-term maturity period market. Low cost of borrowing, it's a vast market, lots of number of suppliers are there in the market, so we can easily get loan at cheaper rate. And since it is a wider market, so there is a huge chance of to diversify our risk. It means we can invest our money in a number of securities. There are number of security investment avenues are available. So we can invest in many securities. So in this way we can diversify our risk. Primary and secondary market. This is another classification of the capital market. We can categorize capital market into primary market and secondary market. So what is primary market? Primary market is the market where the securities are issued for the first time. New securities are issued. Just like we used to listen that XYZ Limited has issued, has launched IPO, initial public offering. So it is a part of primary market. Any cash collected through the primary market directly goes to the company, and that money is utilized by the company. After first issue, means after launching, issuing the securities in the primary market, company list its security to the secondary market as the stock exchange, so that the shareholders who have the securities can sell back, can sell that security to that person to purchase that security as an investment. So that is called secondary market. The secondary market is the market for old securities. Old securities are traded. That provides liquidity. Now see components of international capital market. So capital market के जो components है वो हमेशा सेम ही रहेंगे, whether you are studying at the national level or international level, with slight differences. At national level also you will get bond market and equity market, but euro currency market is different something. So it comes under international capital market. The first one is international bond market, where the bonds and the debentures of the company, bonds of the government are traded outside the country. So it means if you want to purchase a bond of any company registered in America, so it will be part of international bond market. International equity market. If you are going to buy the shares, any security of which underlying security is equity, and you are buying it in the international market, means you are buying it outside of your country boundary. So it means it is a part of international equity market. So key factors for increased growth in international equity market: growth of developing market. There are a number of developing markets in the world. So equity market is growing very fast. Drive to privatize, privatization, increase trading and other kind of investment in developing countries. So it is good sign. Investment, bank, technology advancement, all these things are supporting to development of equity market. Another market is euro currency market. The euro currency market means you are trading in the currency not in your own currency, that is your country market. It means you are deposit your money outside your country. Something like suppose you are depositing $, in Europe, and you are depositing dollar in Europe, that is $0. You are depositing Indian rupee in Europe, that is Euro rupee, like that. Next, international capital market instruments. To do any kind of transaction in financial securities, we need some kind of instrument which is required for that. So at international level we have various markets, various international market instruments, capital market instruments like Euro bonds, Euro loans, Euro issue, GDR, ADR, FCCD, IDR and ECB. So let's discuss one by one. Euro bond. Suppose Indian company is going to raise money by issuing bonds in other country, so it is considered as Euro bond. Suppose Reliance Industries Limited is going to issue bond in America, then it is a Euro bond, but the condition is that that bond must be denominated in the currency other than the currency of the country in which you are going to issue bond. Second is Euro loan. Euro loan, it means as Indian I am going to approach for a loan from the bank which is not the national currency of the particular bank. Euro issue we can categorize into GDR, ADR and FCCD. So GDR means Global Depository Receipt, ADR American Depository Receipt, FCCD Foreign Currency Convertible Bond. So GDR, the underlying security of GDR is equity, means the benefit, if you are having a GDR, so all those benefits you will get what a shareholder used to get, equity shareholder used to get. So all those features you will get, like voting rights and dividend kind of thing, all these things you will get. But since a share you cannot trade at international level, so DR is a depository receipt actually, which represent equity share of a particular company in the foreign market. So similarly ADR is American Depository Receipt, so A represents America, so first letter represents normally the first alphabet of the country, so A for America. Similarly we see IDR, Indian Depository Receipt, like that. Next is foreign currency convertible bond. So foreign currency convertible bond, it is a bond which is issued at international level, which has an option to convert into bond equity share after expiry of certain time. ECB, exchangeable currency bond. So these are the sources which we can use to raise money from the international market. So documents required for this kind of issue is prospectus. You have to design a prospectus. You have to make a depository agreement with the depository, and the agreement between the custodian and depository is required. You need an underwriting agreement, that person, the other company who is going to underwrite will give you at the international level, and a copy of the agreement with the listing stock exchange. After receiving the DR, you need to list that DR in any particular stock exchange, so that listing agreement is required. International money market instruments is now the next topic. Lower, so what are these are the features? Lower risk in the international money market risk is lower, interest rate risk, credit risk, liquidity risk. So when we widen our market shares, so this kind of risk will be reduced. So instruments at international level, these are the instruments available: treasury bill, euro notes, euro commercial papers, bankers acceptance and letter of credit, certificate of deposit, repurchase agreement, and floating rate notes. Loan syndication, this is very interesting and important topic. Loan syndication, it is just a pooling of funds at one place and assigning to a particular company who needs this money. So loan syndication kind of thing is required only in those situations when a company needs a huge amount of money. So for a single company it is not possible to finance. So for this purpose, a company appoints a bank as lead manager who is responsible to consult with some number of financial institutions who are ready to provide, who are ready to contribute this particular pool which Argit Bank is going to create. So there may be some association of 3 or 4 or 5 financial institutions depending upon the size of loan. They share the contribution and risk as per their strength. So it is a pooling of resources by financial institutions to finance their project. So these are the important points. Risk diversification, it diversifies the risk of the particular financial institution. Overcapacity, if it is beyond the capacity of a single bank, so loan syndication is better option. Technique to solve the problem of huge lending, it is as I told you that if we need a huge amount of money, so loan syndication is better option. All institutions sign same loan agreement and send equally with each other in the light of the repayment. So thank you so much for listening in.